Agents, think twice about using the cooperating broker compensation agreement. It could leave you holding the bag. Today, we're going to be talking about what does the listing agreement say? Have you spoken with the broker team? I am April Todd with the broker team in Montana. We have myself, Jenny Alegria, and Corey Calvert. If you need to speak with one of us, absolutely give us a call. We'll have our contact information later on in this presentation. And then what does the cooperating broker compensation agreement say? First, listing agreements are not created equally. The state of Montana does not have required forms. They do have required phrases that are in the Montana Code annotated and the ARM, which is the administrative rules for Montana. We're going to chat about why we don't pre-negotiate the buyer agent compensation, who sets the fee, and when the fee is set. For us, we believe that agents should be able to negotiate with their clients what they're willing to earn when they work for their client. The client is able to negotiate what they're willing to pay when they work with that professional. So both of those fees, whenever we're talking about it, are set by the professional and the client that they're representing. And when the professional fee is set, is it's set at the time of signing either the listing agreement or the buyer representation agreement. As the professional representing a party in the transaction, you have the ability, if you're the listing agent, to negotiate the fee that you're going to earn for working with just the seller, another fee that you would earn if you had the seller and an unrepresented buyer, and then yet another fee that you would have if you had a dual agency agreement where you were representing the seller and the buyer, because in all of those circumstances, you're only negotiating your fee. And then on the flip side, if you're working with the buyer, you have the ability to negotiate what you earn whenever you work with that buyer. We are leaving it open to the buyer's agents coming in because they've already negotiated their fee. At that point, it's no longer our compensations that are being discussed. It is the buyer's fee and the seller's fee. And when those buyers and sellers come together, they have the ability that they can either pay for each of their own fees going Dutch. One could pay, one could ask for fees, and it doesn't have to just be the seller to pay. It could be that the seller asks the buyer to pay all of the different fees because it's a negotiation of their cost, not compensation anymore. Now, if you need to chat with the broker team is here to help you Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can come in either on your laptop or on your phone into the world. And then we're available on the broker line at 406 578 4399 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. We also are available through email at mt.broker@exprealty.net. And then come into our normal scheduled meetings and trainings. We would love to see you in. Various kinds of protection that EXP has put into place to help you keep the money that you've negotiated is the EXP listing agreement. It makes it very clear and easily understandable for the agent and the seller. We've also offered up a direct compensation from seller form, where the professional has the right to negotiate the fee that is acceptable to them and their client, and we're no longer the middleman. So it allows for the sellers and the buyers to be on the same page and negotiate the best deal for themselves. On the cooperating broker compensation agreement, one of the things that I want to make very clear is a lot of times cooperation is misunderstood to include compensation. And whenever we're looking at cooperation and compensation, those are two different topics. Where we get confused, or where we have historically gotten confused, is if you have a license in the state and you have the ability to sell, say in Montana, then the other parties that have clients, they have a duty to cooperate with you. That does not mean that there is a duty to compensate. The compensation duty has always been placed on your client and then negotiated if it was able to be negotiated between the seller and the buyer. The cooperating broker compensation agreement used to have a supervising broker signature on it. It no longer does. So we're no longer able to be your fail-safe on this. If you receive a cooperating broker compensation agreement and you sign it, and there is no cooperating broker compensation in your listing agreement, The only place for that money to come is from the money that you've negotiated for yourself on the listing side. So you need to make sure that when you see forms come across that you're reading them, you know what they mean, you're going to educate yourself and make sure that everybody's on the same page in the transaction. If you have any questions, you can give me a call directly. Again, my name is April Todd. I'm the state broker for eXp Realty in Montana. My cell phone is 406 206 1653. You can come into the world if you're one of our agents. You can send us an email at mt.broker@exprealty.net, or you can send us something in the mail to our address at 1205 South Main, Suite 335 in Kalispell, Montana, 59901. Thanks for giving us just under 6 minutes. We hope that this saves you tens of thousands of dollars. Happy learning. And if you have any questions, come and have a conversation with us.